welcome back. Today we will look at how to solve a tricky partial fraction question. So this question wants us to express this fraction in partial fractions. What makes this question stand out from other types of partial fraction question is that we can see that the highest power of the numerator is greater than that of the denominator. So this is actually an improper fraction. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to change this improper fraction into a proper fraction such that we can express it in its partial fraction. Now let us take a few minutes to attempt this question before going through the answers together. Now let us go through the answers together. So in this question, we want to express this fraction as a proper fraction. So first what we do is we do long division. So when we long divide, we will take 4x cubed plus 8x squared minus 75x plus 31 divided by 2x squared plus 5x minus 42. So when we divide, we are actually left with, so here multiply 2x, we'll get 4x cubed plus 10x squared minus 84x. So we will get a minus 2x squared plus 9x plus 31. And the next one is we multiply by negative 1. So we will get minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 42. And at the end of the day, we will actually get a 14x minus 11. So we can see that our quotient is 2x minus 1 and our remainder is 14x minus 11. So when we write this out mathematically, this is what we get. Over 2x squared plus 5x minus 42. So our quotient is 2x minus 1, so we write it as it is. And our remainder is 14x minus 11, whole over 2x squared plus 5x minus 42. So now we want to express the fraction as a partial fraction. So how we usually do so is that we express the denominator in the linear factors. So our linear factor for this is actually 14x minus. So the linear factor for this is actually 2x minus 7 and x plus 6. Okay, so this is what we get. And when we want to change it to a partial fraction, this is what we do. So to express it, we have to let 14x minus 11 whole thing over 2x minus 7, x plus 6. Let this equals to a over 2x minus 7 plus b over x plus 6, where a and b are constants. Okay. So the reason why we do this is that this is actually the formula that we use to express linear factors in partial fractions. So the next step that we do is that we multiply by 2x minus 7, x plus 6. So when we multiply throughout the whole expression by this term, what we are left with is that we are left with 14x minus 11 equals to a x plus 6 plus b 2x minus 7. So this is, now we can actually solve for our a and b. So this is what we get. So to solve for the value of a and b, we can actually substitute values of x, or we can actually compare the coefficient of x squared and x. But in this case, since our expression is pretty simple, we can actually sub in values of x. So ideally, we want to sub in values of x such that one of the variable will become 0. So an example of a value that we can sub is that we can sub x to be 6. So let x equals to minus 6. So when x is minus 6, 14 multiplied by minus 6 minus 11, this is what we get. So a multiplied by minus 6 plus 6, which actually is 0, plus b multiplied by 2 times minus 6 minus 7. So what we're left with is we get negative 95 would be minus 19b. So at the end of the day, you see that b will give us 5. So the same thing, now we want to solve for the value of a. We sub in a value to make b 0. So a value that we can sub is, we let x equals to 3.5. So when x is 3.5, we get 14 times 3.5 minus 11. And a would be 3.5 plus 6. And b would actually be 7 minus 7. So you see that our b becomes 0 here. So what we get on our left is that we will get 38 would be equals to 9.58. So we obtain a to be 4. So now we've gotten our a and b values to be 4 and 5. So we express the fraction back in its partial fraction form. So 14x minus 11 whole thing over 2x squared, 2x minus 7. Sorry, so it's 2x minus 7 and x plus 6. So this will give us 4 over 2x minus 7 plus b over x plus 6. So our b is actually 5. So this is what we get. But this is not the end, because remember at the start, we divided the improper fraction to make it proper. So now we have to put in our 2x minus 1 as well, because it was our quotient. So at the end of the day, the final expression that we get is 4x cubed plus 8x squared minus 75x plus 31 whole thing over 2x squared plus 5x minus 42 would be equals to 2x minus 1. And we add in this part over here. So we add in this part over here, we will get plus 4 over 2x plus 7 plus 5 over x plus 6. So this is what we get, and this is our final answer. So this is how we express improper fractions in its partial fraction form. So I hope you learned something new today. And if you have learned something new and like our video, do remember to like and subscribe our YouTube channel for future study guides and tips. Thank you. Bye.